What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Terra Luna Classic. We're going to be addressing some of the conspiracies and equally some of the things people are trying to push to disrupt and interrupt the ecosystem we are all trying to build. So we'll be covering off some of the noise coming out of this so that you can stay as informed as you need to if you are an investor in Luna Classics. You are definitely going to want to watch this video to the end. But before we do this, do me a favor, hit that like button. Let's send this over 1,000 likes. The more likes we get, the more people can see this information, the more people know what's going on. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we talk about Terra Luna Classic as well as everything else going on in the crypto world on a daily basis. And with that being said, let's jump into this video because, again, there's a lot to talk about, and equally there is some noise coming out of the Terra Luna ecosystem that we need to address and we need to make sure people are aware of. So right now the price 24,343 at the point of recording this video. We are down 6% and our volume, interestingly, down about a third from where we've been. Now what we have seen though is a significant rise. Now we're on the 5-minute chart. If we come out to the hour chart, we can see this nice sideways movement of consolidation, building that support on this level at the 2.4 level, ready for our next move. And I think we're going to see that in the next coming days. But you know, money flow feels okay. RSI in the middle trending quite nicely, but that isn't the purpose of this video. There is a lot to talk about. Now, the Terra station where you can stake your tokens and equally where people can put votes across for validators to vote on. Now, we know this is done basically if you have tokens to do it. And the one I want to bring you to is this repudiate the 1.2% burn tax. And this is what I want to bring to you guys to keep you up to date on what's going on. So what this fundamentally is a proposal to remove the burn tax from the network. Now, we haven't actually even got this implemented yet, and people want to take it away. You can see there it says 1.2% burn tax sends the wrong message for both USTC and LunaC, but especially LunaC. It has never faced a vote of the entire Terra Classic community. The proposals calls for rejecting the burn tax. We can tax our way out. We can't tax our way out of a problem. Now, here's my thing with that. This was voted for by the people. Now, we know the original, the fork of the 2.0 wasn't, and that was definitely a questionable move, but Terra Luna Classic 1.2% burn tax was voted for by everybody on the network and was overwhelmingly adopted. So I think it's important to think about it in that way. But this just showcases how fragile we are in terms of what people's opinions are. And I do think this comes from a less educated understanding of the total Terra Luna ecosystem and particularly what we are trying to build. So again, we've got to get this information out to people to understand it. And interestingly, if you come over onto this, you can see, if you click on show, what other voting proposals that are being put. Now, fortunately, the overwhelming vote is to say no to this repudiate the 1.2% burn tax, which I think is a good thing, but it does just show what people are looking at. Again, 345,000 LunaC gets you a vote in right now. There's a ton of other ones that we'll talk about in a slightly different video, but interestingly, the overwhelming support for the burn tax, again, is absolutely where we need to be. And when we talk about the burn tax, well, look, we're at nearly 8% of stake tokens, which is good to see. We are ever getting closer to September the 12th. And just remember, for reference, this is when the coding will go live, but it will have a 0% burn tax to start with until it's agreed by the entire community, and then we will start to see the on-chain burn tax. Now, I for one am excited. I've talked about this in a number of videos. We will build to the 12th, and I think the price will move certainly as we start to get nearer and that. And again, all you have to do is open YouTube and you can see the amount of people talking about Luna Classic. And I guess for me, it's making sure that everybody that's commenting and everyone that's putting videos out and equally everyone that's listening is up to date with all the information we need to see. We also see USTC is holding around that 3 cents mark, which is good to see. Now, other news, we did get this top 10 KuCoin listed coins on Twitter in the last hour, and we can see LunaC there is the is the 10th biggest one on this list. Now, that just shares what we've done. We've been trending on Twitter for a long time as well as we start to see this market move in the favor of Luna Classic, which again makes me more frustrated that we are seeing crazy things like remove the 1.2% burn tax. We have to get the supply down. We have to get it down in a controlled manner that supports the entire ecosystem. And I think the burn tax is the way to do it. Now, it's generally not done on bigger tokens. We saw that with SHIB, and they've had to implement this afterwards as a community protocol, whereas this is going to be on chain to really support the removal of that supply. And ultimately, it can only build longevity and support long-term this project. We all want Luna Classic to succeed. That's why we're here. That's why I've talked about it every day on this channel, because I do think that Luna Classic is definitely a play that certainly I'm big and I'm bullish on, and I think will be a good play long term, both from a financial perspective and equally what it can offer to the greater cryptocurrency story. And equally, you think about where we were to where we've been, it is a huge tick in the box and a huge nod of the head to community and what it can do. So just wanted to bring you that information. Again, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this with everyone you can, because that information needs to get out. And we need to stay really close to the Terra station. I'm going to leave a link to this in the description. So if you don't know how to get there, then you're going to be able to come across and have a look at these voting rights and make sure that we are keeping on top of this so that we don't go back into where we don't want to be. That's going to do it, guys. Again, thank you for all the support recently. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next one.